Good evening. My name is Professor Nostagia at Facebook University. I would like to welcome students and fellow nostalgia curiosity seekers alike to what should be an interesting evening. Tonight we will be revealing for the first time to the public the contents of what many in the field of nostalgia consider the holy grail of the field. We have for you tonight a fully intact, top secret box of a pre-adolescent male boy from the Appalachian area, circa 1970s, early 1970s, Blair County, Pennsylvania. These boxes were very common to young boys at the time, made of various materials, different things, shoe boxes, cigar boxes, or whatever, that their entire wealth was kept in these. The most valuable possessions were secured in these boxes, often hidden, buried, commonly kept under the bed or in the back of the sock drawer. The collection that we're about to show tonight was originally housed in a Swisher Sweet cigar box, secured with a chain made out of aluminum can tabs. However, in November of 1973, with the announcement of a little sister coming in April of 74, the owner decided to move the collection to a more secure location, so construction began of a metal box with a state-of-the-art theft protection system. So that is the box we have here tonight that we'd like to show you and reveal the contents. We hope that this will be much more interesting than the contents of Al Capone's safe revealed to you by Geraldo Rivera. So what we have here is, of course, the identification of ownership, which would be property of Mark Manning. Property is spelled phonetically, very common for a 7 to 8 year old at the time, and that's property, P-R-O-P-I-R-T-E, property of Mark Manning. Also, if I can get you to see here without setting off the security system, on the front of the box, it has the legal binder here saying "stay out." Of course, to the average 7 or 8 year old, that meant you had to stay out, and that was legally binding. You know, to violate that could possible incarceration. So now, the theft prevention system here was designed as this particular box was kept under a bed. So this theft prevention system was designed for that purpose. You know, if it was under a bed, reaching under would basically set it off by trying to grab it and slide it out. It has 4 mouse traps, and on the back there is none, because of course the back was against the wall towards the headboard, so you couldn't really access it from that side. Now, the unique thing about this, the ingenuity of this device, is that this predates electronic systems and relays and all that. So by detonating any one of these through the laws of physics and vibrations, you detonate all 4. So what we're going to do in order to gain access to this is we're not going to actually try to bypass the system, but we're just going to detonate the system so that you can see the effectiveness of it. So we'll choose this one here as we set it off. Hopefully, everything works correctly. It will detonate all 4 simultaneously. So here we go as we set it off. And it's quite effective, if not dangerous. As you see, all 4 have thus detonated. One on the sides, and both sides and the top 2. So now we'll actually look at the contents of the box itself as we go in here. And let's see, we'll go into the box itself. Okay, now the box being kept under the bed, you had to keep, of course, the firearm. The cap gun, though of course this is quality workmanship here. This is back when they were actually die-cast metal, no little safety orange thing, you know. I mean, this could have been the real thing to any little boy. Faux ivory handles and caps, cap loading chamber. Not many caps in there. And of course, these caps have been fired, but actually, wow, amazing. 40-year-old caps still firing. Doubt you could find that in a modern cap manufacturer nowadays that would fire 40 years later. Seem to fire with quite regularity as they did originally, about 1 out of every 5. But yeah, just a good quality American workmanship, something you won't see in today's toy stores there. Okay, then we have here, found in the Juniata River. This here, found in the Juniata River, is an arrowhead. And I don't know exactly what tribe that would be from or what era. We'll forward that word to the agriculture department here at Facebook University, and just maybe we'll be able to give you an update on that later, some later point. Okay. A lot of things in this box would be considered dangerous for a child of 7 or 8 years old by today's standards, but you know, different times. Now this here is not a switchback or a lockback or a spring assisted. This is an actual switchblade, knife from the time, and it works. Not quite sure how a 7, 8 year old came into possession of such an item back then, but nonetheless, Mr. Manning had a very checkered past as a young child, so, but I'm sure no real harm came from his possession of such a thing outside of possibly himself. So, switchblade knife. Don't even know if they were legal at the time, but nonetheless. Yeah. Okay, here's a cork. Just an essential little thing. Great for fishing, corking bottles, put some water from the river in, bugs. You can take your darts, stick the point in there, and you can carry your dart in your pocket. You won't have to worry about stabbing yourself in the thigh. So just an essential piece of boy Americana back in the day. Okay, here we have, let's see, this thing that says, of course, once again, the legally binding "Don't Touch." And on the back, phonetically spelled, I believe that's supposed to be fragile, spelled F-R-A-G-L-E. And inside we have, oh yes, the Good Luck 4-leaf clover. Made famous by the I'm Looking Over My Dead Dog Rover that I overlooked before. Another version of the I'm Looking Over 4-leaf clover song, popularized by Mark Lieberfinger back in the day in the central Pennsylvania area. Now, we'll have to send this to the horticulture department. Mr. Manning was known to forge these, in essence, combining 2 3-leaf clovers together to make a 4-leaf clover. So we'll investigate that one a little further. Yes, the cap grenade. Place the cap in there and throw it, and of course the rules to that were commonly used in soldier games, playing army, but also used in cowboys and Indians, and on occasion cops and robbers. And to do, you would throw it in the air, hollow grenade. When it landed, if in fact it detonated, everybody would have to freeze. If you were in approximately 10 feet of it, you were dead for the obligatory 10 count. 10 count. So, okay, here we have the tie, little boy's tie, cowboy tie, with a little cowboy figurine on it. Worn school picture day, most likely, as he was fond of cowboy shirts and cowboy wardrobe. Possibly worn to church if Grandma and Mama would allow. Possibly, yeah. Alright.